Okay, howdy folks. I'm back with the 1,000 Plat Challenge, and I'm going to head on to Griggs End. And I just wanted to go ahead and go through the motions here to show people how to get there from Plane of Knowledge. So we're going to the Nexus first. Okay. Getting a little bit of lag today on my computer. Hope it doesn't really affect this test too much. Going to take the first left here in the Nexus and zone into Pollutal Caverns. No. Okay, sorry about that. Netherbean Lair. Zone into Netherbean Lair. Been a while since I've spent some time here on Luclin, the moon. Oh, okay. Got a long cavern here. At the end of the cavern, we're going to zone into the next zone. So, okay. Got through the long cavern. And we're in Dawn Shroud Peaks. And this was actually a kind of a challenging zone. We're going to kind of go southeast across the zone here to get to Griggs End. There's a lot of roaming mobs, like these Zelniaks, and they've got some big centipedes and some other things. Some of them have high aggro ranges. Forget what level this zone is. It's got to be high 20s, 30s, probably experience in your 40s. Anyway, there's a few quests that are involved in this zone, but all kinds of different mobs, from animals to humanoids, so you can earn money off of some things. Here's kind of like these Cro-Magnon cavemen kind of types up here. There's a few faction issues to worry about on Luclin, but for the most part, unless you're doing very specific quests and you're a Bashir race, you know, maybe going after epics or something like that, it didn't really matter. Almost all of the factions on Luclin did not transfer to what's it called, Anatonica. So anyway, here we are at Griggs End. Okay. I guess we'll go ahead and start. Let me pop a buff on here and drop in Viz. I think everything should go ahead and aggro on me. Other than Grieg himself, I don't think anything in here can kill me. I spent 20-some levels in here. One of my favorite zones, especially as being a mage. You have compartmented rooms like this. The mobs are spread far enough apart that when they con light blue, they typically don't add unless, of course, they're standing right next to each other. I'll show you some of the loot here in a minute. To give you an idea, a lot of trade skill items drop in here, so make sure you have bags that can hold everything. A lot of shaman. Trade skill items for alchemy. And you want to used to pop right here in the middle. Yeah, some of these guys will pop out of thin air here when you aggro something else. The loot range in here as far as money, is this back at the entrance? Yeah, it's back at the entrance. Okay. It can be just a few gold on up to 7, 8 platinum or so. So there is a wide range of money. That's okay. There are so many spawns here that if you were just strictly going for cash like this challenge, it'll add up pretty quick. So you can see my pet is taking just a few seconds on each mob. So, 40s, 50s, I think, is the level in here. I remember these things being light blue to me for a long time. And so I would come in here and farm alchemy supplies for my shaman and still get a little experience, which was nice. There are several named, and what's kind of interesting about the named in here is that they're not always a static spawn. And what I mean by that is just about any of these mobs can be the placeholder for the named. And another interesting thing is, because this is it's like a nightmare themed zone, all these scary things in here. They can appear as different mobs. The form they take might be an animal, might be a Zelniak, or giant centipede, whatever. Sometimes they will, when you're fighting them, some of them will cast an illusion on you to make you look like something different. It doesn't affect your stats or anything. It's just an illusion. But it goes along with the theme of the zone. There are multiple ways to get to the next zone. There's basically a left or a right in here. And in doing so, you go through different rooms. A lot of them lead to giant dead ends like this. But this is one of those zones that would be more popular if it were closer to some of the, like Plane of Knowledge. If you didn't have to go through 3-4 zones to get to it, it would be a lot more popular. There's one of the names, and it looks like one of the little alien types. Because this zone is so compartmented like this, here's a named Officer of Madness. Let's see, there's Mantle of Distraction is what that named just dropped. Recommended level 55, some stamina 7, minor stats, armor class 10, not the greatest, but let's see what this guy dropped. Waist strap of Griggs Faithful, haste 31%. Whole bunch of not bad stats, 5. For this level of zone, that's pretty good. Never turn down a haste item. So this zone reset a couple of days ago. I doubt I'm the first person through here, but you tend to get a few more named, or the rare named when that happens. All that can mean is just nobody went on this side of the zone yet, so. Okay, I'm going to backtrack actually towards the entrance just to get some more of these mobs that I passed by taking the right instead of the left. And I will come back to it. If you've seen some of the other 1,000 Platinum Challenge videos I made, okay, here's that original room that I was in and made the right-hand turn. So I will try this door over here. The backstory is some people, including myself, were discussing, if you just wanted 1,000 platinum cash, what zone would you go to get it the fastest? Of course, the majority said Mountains of Wrath. And so far, that is the lowest time in these challenge videos that I've done. Just makes sense. Everybody knows hill giants drop a ton of money per kill. So, refresh and buff there. Anyway, but I was curious what some of the other zones had to offer, and as I've said in other videos, the Gunthack area, the Troll Pirate zones are some of my favorite. And because there are so many mobs, just like this zone, you have a really good chance of accumulating money. Ronus. He's a quest mob, but he drops a little bit. Not much. Cracked Amulet. See, it's no drop. Wisdom 3. It's just garbage, but you need it for that quest, whatever it is. And I have never done it, so I really had a plan to do it. Anyway, but it's a timing thing, you know. And one thing you have to keep in mind as a mage, especially a pet class, Necros are kind of in the same class because they have a really decent pet too. And of course, whether your class has a damage shield or not, of course there's damage shield potions to make up for that kind of stuff. Or somebody can cast a spell on you also, like druids and rangers. But anyway, pet classes have an advantage to this kind of challenge. And so that's the one I choose to do this with. Now, this isn't some race where, you know, which mages can do this the fastest. I mean, that's not really my purpose here. What I'm trying to show with my magician is how you can clear these zones, get a lot of money, hopefully the fastest you can, you know, depending on the zone you're in, faster than other zones. But remember, not everybody plays a magician. You know, imagine if you're a warrior. This would take forever to clear these things. So we're trying to get per mob, dollar amount, most efficient, you know what I'm saying. So this is not scientific by any means. I'm not claiming it to be. I am a very skilled magician, but I have mostly soloed all these years I've played this game now. So I'm not even claiming to be the best magician. There's so many other guys that are just better at this. Keep in mind, I'm an old man. I'm 49 years old. So anyway, let's see here. Come on, little buddy, hurry up and kill this thing. Okay, I think you might be done with them. What are we up to? 400. Just shy of 400. One of the disadvantages to this challenge in this zone in particular is that it has a lot of mobs, and they almost always drop platinum of some amount. It's a huge zone. That's why I say it's a shame it wasn't closer. So more people would actually do stuff in the zone. I think I've already been here. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, we'll go back to the center here where the Guardians are. And once you hit these Guardians here, these are a little higher mob. 3, 4, 5 levels higher than some of that other stuff that I've already gone through. The guys with the tentacles for a face and all that kind of stuff. Servant of the Magistrate, he's a vampire. A lot of this stuff can be treated as undead. You know, zombies and vampires and shades and such. For you clerics and paladins, your specialized spells may or may not affect the stuff. I have never played a high enough cleric to come in here and battle this stuff. Again, I'm mostly a soloist. That's mainly because I used to work nights and sleep days. Year after year after year after year of that. So, anyway. Trying to give you a little information about all this as I go. Anyway, again, it's a big zone, so you can imagine like if a warrior had to go around and he has to kill every single one of these and target them in the whole bit. You know, it could take a while. So when I'm keeping track of the time and everything. And then I usually round up the time and everything. But it's just to give everybody an idea. Say, I don't know what level Wrath Mountains are, but it's not as high as this zone, I'm pretty sure. Say Wrath Mountains is a level 40 zone, okay, ish. And this one's a level 50 zone. Well, if you can get money faster in the 40 compared to the 50, then obviously it's a more efficient zone. But then you go to some of the other ones, like Gulf of Gunthak or Dulux Harbor or something like that. I've taken characters in the high 20s, low 30s, and started them out in there, and they did just fine. Now, I was only able to do that because of the mercenary system, and I had a healer. You know, of course, it can be done without that, but it's slow going. But my point is that I'm going into different level zones. Some are in the 50s, some are in the 30s, whatever. So if you've got a character that needs money fast, it matters which of these zones you would want to try to duplicate what I'm doing. Using a level 92 magician, it doesn't matter. I'm going to just burn through this stuff. I'm going to throw a little mini buff on my pet here, Burning Veil. That just helps him kill things a little quicker. Alright, he's got those in hand, so I'm going to continue back to the center point. This is basically the center of the zone right here. And there's two little nasty mobs right here at the door. And then in this room, there are roamers and static spawns. And a lot of groups like to pull in this area when they come in. And there's 2 or 3 in here. Here's a name. See, he's appearing as a barbarian. That goes back to some of that illusion I was telling you about. Not a lot of decor in this zone. It's kind of basic and plain. There we go. Try to aggro these guys. Okay. Helm of Senselessness. Dexterity minus 10. Few stats. Armor class 22. Z's 15. That's pretty good. Warrior, Paladin, Cleric types. Recommended level 52. That's a crappy helmet for level 52. But, and this is something I was waiting for a drop like that to mention. Yeah, you don't really want to wear something like that. But you can turn this stuff in for tribute, and that's why I like getting it. Here's Grigg's key, and I am going to go ahead and loot that. It is a temporary key, and I will show you the rooms here in a little bit. There's a door. Here we go. This door is locked, and you're not holding it. I'm going to get my bag. Okay. And then use, and nobody in it. Oh, I'm sorry. This is the south one, so to speak. I need the north one. Yeah, let me put that back in there. I'm just turned around slightly. Okay, I'm on the south end. Okay. I'm going to burn through these rooms, and then I'll have to backtrack. You'll notice the spacing on these. When these mobs are blue and even white, you can single pull them, which was handy if you're soloing, but nice for slightly lower level groups. Can't remember if there's a roamer. There was only one roamer. I think that's on the north side is where the roamers were. Words of abrogation. Boy, I haven't looted that in a long time. That's used in the old spell research system, but they are still good. If you don't want them, they sell for 2 or 3 plat. Go merchant. I remember right, there's some tombs in this next. No, that's the north again. Well, it's been a while. Alright, let me pop a buff here real quick. There we go. Get my little Tellurian bodyguards. Okay, it's at the end of this. Okay, Ancient Necromantic Shade. He is now light blue to me at 92. This creature would take an army to defeat. I've never gone in that room. I've never even risked it, and I'm not going to do it now because it doesn't have anything to do with this challenge that I'm doing. It just slow me down. But, yeah, you might want to be aware of him. Alright, little buddy, take care of these guys. There we go. Alright. Now we're going to backtrack to that long hallway. And I'll hit the north side. And there's a little room. Actually, there's nothing down this long hallway, even though we want to go to the end of it. I'll go back out here because there are some of the roamers will just pop out of midair, like right here or something, but only if somebody passes by, like that right there. So, see, here's another one. He just popped out because I got close. See, I already hit that room. And what's our plat count up? 637, 72. So there's 700 right there. So you can see it adds up. It's just long distances to get to a lot of these mobs. Alright, here's the room. Okay, bring up this. Get the key. Open the door. And this is a teleporter kind of thing, and if you take that, it will take you to a different area, and in that different area, there are some scary guys with like 4 or 6 arms. They're Shadow Knights. They will harm touch you in a second, and will be happy to kill you. And at the end of this video, when I hit 1,000, I will go there. So if you want to see that and haven't seen it before, look at this little alligator right there, and that's one of those named. That'll make this video a little long, but for those who've never been to the zone, you can check it out. Because a little information is always nice. There's the key again that I don't need, so I will leave it. Here's a ring. Not the greatest ring, but an okay ring. Wisdom 5, Charisma 10, recommended level 55, a little bit of armor class, a little bit of mana and hit points. Cleric, Druid, Shaman. Again, great stuff to turn in for tribute, because it's like, you know, several hundred or a couple thousand or something like that. Here's another one of the named, and he's an ogre. Come on, big boy. And my little pet here. Yeah, he's here. I'm going to refresh a buff. Now these guys are kicking butt here. And okay. Mr. Ogre dropped Pantaloons of Derangement. Now this is one of the few good items in this zone. Recommended level of 52, so you can wear it lower. Intelligence 8, Agility 8. Armor class 10, not the greatest. A little bit of hit point. Save versus cold is 10. It is, until some of the new Defiant armors and things came out, that is a droppable augmentation, so I will always loot that. It was very difficult to find intelligence as a stat on any leg items. They existed, but it might be intelligence +2 or something. So this was actually, at the time of Luclin, when this expansion came out, that was quite the coveted leg piece. Yes, there were better, I know that. But I'm just saying, something that was not that hard to get, really. It's one of the few that actually had decent market value. Remember with Luclin, that's when the or slightly after Luclin was when the Bazaar trader system came out, so you could start selling stuff on your own merchant. And these went for several thousand. They're for, 6 months to a year tops. But anyway, on with the slaughter. We are getting way over 800, close to 850. You'll notice the silver and copper count is extremely low. 1 silver, 8 copper right now. So this stuff drops gold and it drops platinum. Now that coin has no weight, that is meaningless. But back in the day, that was another positive for this zone, was that you didn't have to deal with 50 pounds of copper and silver. Okay, I'm going to show you this hallway real quick. This long hallway, that's kind of a condensing hallway. You notice he just dropped out of midair there. Okay. We're up to 865. Getting really close. We're almost to the zone out. Okay. Might help out my pet here. Yeah. Kind of pull him over. Alright. It's kind of a dead-end room, but it's got this fancy treasure chest, and people were trying to open these and going nuts before they realized it was just part of the decor. Anyway, let's go see what else we have. Getting so close. There's another one of the named with a specter illusion there. It is not uncommon to see this guy's name is Callian Agronezum. It's very possible that he is also spawned at another part of the zone right now. He may have the same or different form, but it would be the same same mob. So, and gauntlets of dementia. These are below average gauntlets. 5 agility, 5 charisma, some saves, a little bit of armor class, but again, a great tribute item. I'm trying to forge in here. If I remember right, the forge table is just the standard table, nothing really special. If it did have something different, then it was... take this right door here and we'll hook back around. It was something worthless. But if I remember right, this is strictly a standard loot table in here. Okay. And this is kind of the entrance room to the Scarlet Desert, I believe. You can kind of tell from the sand color here. I think it's the Scarlet Desert. I remember having to run there a couple times when I was pulling a train. Okay. 847 and 103. Let's do some quick math there. So you're looking at 950. So like a couple rooms here, and I want to show you this other named mob. Alright, we've done that little circle. Let's go back out to this long hallway. Ah, the Wailing Pugilist. Here we go. Here's another named. And he drops a nice earring. Mark of Lunacy. Mostly caster class. Required level of 50, recommended 55. But it gives plus 5 to almost every stat. 5 on the saves. Armor class of 9. Mana regen 3. So at the time this came out, this was a very coveted earring. It's a great one to pass off to some of your lower twinks. Very nice. Very, very nice. I think I still have it for 1,000 platinum even today on my merchant. I don't think I've ever changed the price on it. And it'll sell within 48 hours. Okay. 895 is 900. All right, there's 1,000 right there. So this will be the 1,000 mark. Go ahead and clear this last. This is the last room. And there is a named, I don't know if he's a cleric or what his particular class was. Sorry about that, guys. He spawns right there in front of me, next to this dais, sarcophagus, whatever it is up there. And he drops a variety of weapons. I remember one of One of them was a scythe. So it was like maybe a necro item. There was a mace that he drops for like clerics or something. So he had a few things. Let's see. There's one little pocket of rooms up here. See, this kind of hooks back into stuff I've already gone through. But I'm going to head back that way. And now I'll show you how to get into Griggs Sanctuary, or whatever you want to call it, where he can appear. And I've never actually taken him down. I've seen him once because I happened to zone in, and he was there, and I didn't go past the doorway because I was such low level and I was by myself. I would have instantly died. But I was high enough level I could take on his little four-armed guardians, but only one at a time. And it took me on average, I think I timed it at like 8 minutes or something just to kill one because of the enormous armor class they had. My pet was getting in solid hits, in some cases in the hundreds, but I just could not kill them in short order. Okay. What got left on him? Unless you're a rogue, that's garbage. And back through this room, and across the hallway. Alrighty. Let's get the key out. Open the door. Oops. Okay, then it used to be you could just kind of touch the damn thing and fall into it. Shadow Master, that's what they're called. Okay. Go ahead and attack him. And what level is this pet? 90, 88, 89, something. They've got a ton of hit points and a high armor class, and you can see it's taken him a while to knock him down. I'm going to add a little mini buff onto him. He dropped 13 platinum, by the way. As did that one. Yep, 13 platinum each. Not too shabby. Now. Alright. I don't think you can levitate in here. Yeah, you're in an area levitation effects do not function. How did I get up into this thing? Did I look down? Did I click something? Maybe I'm too high level. Maybe I'm just an idiot. I think, folks, what I'll do is stop this video and just make a separate video for the folks that are interested in seeing this. So, all right, go ahead and finish this video here. And, hey, thanks for watching again. Oh, by the way, I got 2 new subscribers, and I really appreciate that. Getting a lot of views, a lot more than I figured I would. So, thanks for everything.